Hey everyone, it's Trixie. Welcome to the underground. If I sound like I'm dying, I am. Like somebody with germs just came after me when I was at work, so they infected me, and I had to go buy a bunch of medicine. A good thing I got the flu shot. My sister scared me into submission because she had the bad flu, like where you're passed out, hit her head, couldn't get out of bed, couldn't take a shower, and then her husband's like, "You're gonna make me a sandwich, right?" Whew, I would have poisoned his Cheerios. Thank God I don't put up with that. Anyway, I just read this morning that Taylor Swift and Kelce's wedding is off. But not forever. They're postponing it. MSN reported, a bunch of other news outlets. It's big news. It's bigger than the playoffs. So she doesn't want to pressure him. They're basically in date night mode. That's what I read. Date night mode, not wedding mode. She didn't want to pressure him with preparing for a wedding because he's trying to decide whether or not he wants to retire. And he did have a decent year, but it's pretty rough out there when you get older. You don't want to not remember your name or your kids' names. Okay, but we'll keep it going. But no Watch Hill on June 13th. So I'm going to mix it up with bad stuff and good stuff because I know there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, but I don't like to totally depress you guys. So Taylor, in the Economic Times, Taylor Swift, I like to read these quotes because she's so positive. Quote, "You don't have to forgive and you don't have to forget to move on. You can move on without any of that." She's just so normal, unlike me. So, what does it mean? I don't know. Preserve yourself. Set clarity. Find your peace. Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. So I get emails from the White House. Donald Trump thinks I'm a friend. Every day he sends me emails. That's I don't know. I must have sent some animal petition to him. Please protect elephants or something. So he unleashed the great health care plan. What about pre-existing conditions? Most people have them. I'm old. I've got a lot of them. That's not in there. So he was talking about saving on the most Obamacare plan premiums by over 10%. Okay, so mine went up by, I don't know, $600. So what, they're going to save me $80 on $800? I already left. I was gone. I went on United Healthcare, and everything is way more expensive, but they cover more doctors. So I don't know if I have anything bad, I guess it'll be a better plan because I don't think Obamacare covered second opinions and all that stuff. So it was a good basic catastrophic plan. So I'm thinking that's what he's going to do. He's going to put together catastrophic plans where we're dead. Unless we get cancer, they're of no use. And talking about, he's asking demanding, publish the cost of overhead versus claim payments for insurance companies. Oh yeah, we're going to just publish the fact that we don't care and we want to kill you. Display claim denial rates. What does that do? At least Obama had, he covered pre-existing conditions. He covered kids being on their parents' plans till 25, 26, and then no caps. So, and then he had something the insurance companies have to spend at least 80% on patient care, or the insurance companies have to send you a check, which when I was on Tufts, they sent me a check. They'd rather do that. It's cheaper for them than putting their money into, helping the patient out. This is how I could never work for an insurance. I couldn't do it. And then this is one of his tweets. He tweeted, as chairman of the Board of Peace. Are you kidding me? Greenland. I've seen somebody on Face the Nation this morning defending it. And he's like, oh, it was from the 1950s. Well, what if Russia wants Alaska? I mean, what binding agreement is left? You know what I'm saying? I can't take it. And I still come across these Trumpers, and I don't know what to say. And they seem like nice people. I assume some are good people, but I can't really get there. I can't understand why after all this, with all the chaos that's going in the streets. And, okay, we'll get to that. So, Don Sidious, his plan to destroy the American dream, this is what we get. So, remember, he wanted those 50-year mortgages. He's unveiling a plan next week to let Americans tap into their 401ks to put a down payment on your house. Yeah, ruin your future. You may not get there anyway. I won't touch it. I won't touch, because I started in my 40s. Forget it. I'm doomed. I'm going to have to work till I'm 99 years old to get anything out of it. I mean, he just has no plans, Okay, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Let's get some fun. Let's get to some fun. Sutton, Jennifer Tilly, Amanda, and Kyle, they were climbing. They went hiking in 102 degrees at the Mesa Vortex Trail. And also Erica was there too. While Bose, Dory, and Rachel went shopping and drinking. I don't know which one I'd rather do. I don't think I hike anymore. I'm kind of like old for that. I kind of just like bike riding. But the shopping thing sounds like fun. They were like looking through kaleidoscopes. Kathy Hilton stayed in bed with her fan. Amanda complained that Jennifer Tilly was talkative. She does talk a lot. When she's doing poker, she like some of the other players get mad because she's like, you could have this and you could have this, or you could be bluffing, but on television, I don't think that would be good. She's she's a smart poker player. Erica was wearing long pants and a long shirt with sunscreen because she's very white. She said she'd rather be doing drugs than hiking, mushrooms to be specific. After panting to get up the top, Tilly appeared to talk to a crystal that she brought up there, watered it, okay, an inanimate object that wasn't alive, and told it not to talk. I'm telling you, she adds a lot to the Housewives. I love her. Sutton and Tilly went to a local market and had Sutton in the carriage. Like when you're 8 years old, she was running through the market. Between like 9 of them, I think only Sutton was going to cook. And they were waiting for her to cook chicken. I think Kyle cooks too, but not that night. Anyway, they were all tired from hiking. They all seemed lost in the kitchen. Sutton showed up at 11 o'clock at night. Here you go. I'm ready to eat. Unbeknownst to Kathy, she was walking in the kitchen with a towel, like dragging, stuck to her foot, like Jackie Gleason and Smokey and the Bandit. She doesn't have like much awareness. And doesn't somebody tell her, excuse me, you're dragging a towel on your foot? Doesn't she feel there's a towel on her foot? They ate dinner after midnight. I know rich people eat late, but like, how do they not gain weight? I can't. I try to eat as early as possible. And okay, Amanda was very annoying. She was on the phone in the car talking business when they're on a trip, like a leisure trip, and needling Sutton about her falling out with Javi, asking her if she cries often. You don't mess with Sutton. She's like a pit bull. Sutton snapped at everyone at the table, even Jennifer Tilly. So then Tilly had to remove herself, and the truth came out finally. She was tired of Sutton kind of going after her. She said she understands why Garcelle left. And she said Sutton, it's always about her. She's very selfish. You have to sit there and go, yeah, no, very self-centered. She's generous, but you have to listen to her complain all the time. Okay. According to NBC News, MSNBC, ICE is getting hired without being vetted. Okay, ICE agents. Some have criminal. I'm not on drugs yet, you guys. Some have criminal. Oh God, maybe I should go back to bed. Criminal backgrounds, failing drug tests. So we're using criminals to get the criminals out. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I saw one video, and I saw it on X, where he was threatening to shoot, put a bullet through a child's head if she didn't shut up. And then she repeated that, and then someone else repeated it. I was like, boy, see what happens when you don't have accountability? Now they're getting like, there's some bad dudes on, and they make them all look bad. Not every ICE agent is bad, but letting them sit there, threaten to put a bullet in Americans' heads bothers me. They failed the written portion with books. So in other words, they ask a question and you can look in the book and cheat, and they still failed it. And you can find the answers in the book. So that's pretty illiterate. A woman in New York in mid-December was charged with torturing and overdriving tortoises. I'm confused. How do you overdrive a tortoise? And failure to provide sustenance. What is overdriving them? This was in Saratoga County, off WRGB, and it was Half Moon, New York. 45-year-old Lahoma Rowe. Yeah, maybe get a cat or something. Cats are pretty easy. I don't know, just Nikki Glaser at the Golden Globes. Okay, she was abusing Sean Penn because she said everyone in Hollywood is obsessed with looking, younger while you've morphed into looking like a sexy leather handbag. Yeah, he is strange looking. I mean, he was never like really hot, but it's different. I mean, I don't know. Amy Poehler won for Best Podcast. Oh, they're recognizing podcasters. Not me. Never me. You mean I didn't get nominated? Nah. All right, it's okay. I understand. Amy Poehler is so awesome because I met her when I was in radio and she was so cool. Because I said, you remind me of Madeline Kahn a lot. And she was very gracious. A brawl at the TD Garden. Bruins fans, anytime Boston plays New York, it's a brawl. And it was in the balcony. They were drunk. Boston and a Rangers fan going at it verbally. The Boston fan kind of gave him the finger, and then the New York fan grabbed him by the neck and threw him down the stairs. And then the drunk guy fell on him, on another man who hurt his neck. I mean, it's just like a fiasco over there. The New York fan left, got arrested, charged with assault and battery. The drunk guy went to the Mass General, and he had no memory of it. Sometimes it's better. And the Bruins won. Not that that matters. But sometimes it's better if you are bombed and you're not tensed up and you just fall down a couple flights of stairs. A.J. Brown, let's talk a little football. I can't believe Bo Nix broke his ankle, and now we have Jared Stidham. So whoever wins this game today, the Patriots or the Texans, they have a really good chance of going to the Super Bowl. Without Bo Nix, I just don't think so. I think he hasn't started. I don't know how many years, but anyway, glad the Eagles lost. They got beat by the 49ers, and the 49ers got killed by Seattle. I really think Seattle's they're going to win. I can't believe their defense. It's really scary. Did you see Dom on the Eagles try to break up the fight between Nick Sirianni? They were verbally going at it. And A.J. Brown, I don't know what was going on. They were unraveling. And you don't mess with Dom. It's like they need protection from their own players. The Eagles, I don't like the fans. I'm sorry, I can't stand it. Drake May, I think Drake May should win MVP. I know Brady says Stafford and his numbers are better, but, Stafford's got a better team. And Drake May's doing it with a bunch of rookies, so I think May should get MVP. I think that Mike Vrabel should get Coach of the Year. And it's going to be tough today against the Texans. That defense is pretty tough. Poor Buffalo. I felt so bad. But Josh, 2 interceptions, 2 lost fumbles, and they still had a chance to win in overtime. But Brandon Cooks with that catch that he didn't catch, that bomb that Josh threw and the guy didn't come down with it. That's controversial. But I think if the rule is he's got to come down with the ball, and he didn't. So that was a tough play, and they go home again early. I've got friends that are huge Buffalo fans. It's really sad. The Gen Zers on Vanderpump Rules were all talking about having penis pumps at 20. At 20, you need a penis pump? I don't understand. That's like, it was not normal. That's not normal to do that, right, in your 20s? I can see if you're in your 50s. I've never heard of a 20-something needing that, a penis pump. One of them, Shane, he said he suffered from erectile dysfunction. I mean, for him to admit that, I'm starting to like this guy. He's very open for a guy. Talks about his feelings. I'm not used to this because he got shot. He says he has to use Viagra. I don't understand. Did he get shot in his penis? I don't understand that. And then he said he didn't have a father growing up. His father was in jail. They gave him, I guess they brought him up and they were doing crack and introduced him to crack, including fentanyl. This poor guy. He drank at age 5. Natalie's mom told her she loved her but didn't like her. What is up with these people? I can't believe, I'm going to go hug my mother. It's just, nobody's perfect, okay? But you calm down with that. I don't like you. For a kid, you don't say that stuff. Go in another room and scream. You don't say that to a little kid. Now she's obsessed with people not liking her. It just explains her triggers, her feeling of inadequacy or uncertainty. Don Sidious was touring a Ford plant when a man heckled him, calling him a pedophile protector, and Trump's like this and said, F you. That's according to ABC. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, family spending $184 more per month since last year. Inflation's up 2.7% since this time a year ago. Gas is down. Coffee is up by 19, and that's what I'm drinking. 19.8%. Beef is up 15%. Candy. Don't mess with my candy, RFK. I'm still doing it. So Don Sidious said, I'm the president of Venezuela. He writes this in Wikipedia. Like, this is a big thing. Like, it's never enough. We have an insatiable guy that doesn't matter what. He's just going to keep going. And they're like, NATO is starting to send troops over there, like, to protect them from us. We are the bad guys. Jerome Powell's being investigated because he won't, I don't know, some bullshit. Like, he won't lower interest rates. So now I don't know why he's being investigated, but did you see that hostage video he gave? It looks bad. Don Sidious got up in the middle of a meeting and was looking out the window at the ballroom while the sycophants just kind of sat there. Marco Rubio, J.D. Vance looked on. Marco sending him the note, and he reads it out loud. Obamacare enrollment, according to the New York Times, dropped by 1.4 million. Yep, I dropped it. I know a lot of people that did. So, I don't know, but they're not going to do anything with it. You can tell that this is the way he does it. He just doesn't fund things. Social Security is going to be next, guys. So, if you're a Trump supporter, eventually you will get hit with something. And what am I going to do? I'm like 60. Like, by the time I get to 7, I'm not counting on it. I am not counting on Social Security. I should just stop at 62 and get it while it's still there. It's great. Great. Charles Thessing, a 64-year-old priest in Tennessee, pled guilty to animal cruelty. He was drowning kittens, and nothing happened to him. He was approved with relocation in the church. Gays, divorce, no. You drown some cats, you're in. Stevie Nicks predicted Taylor Swift was going to, quote, save the music business and the NFL, right? In 2010, in Times 100 list, Stevie wrote an entry for 20-year-old Taylor. Well, she already was kind of accomplished by that time, but still. She wrote, this girl writes the songs that make the whole world sing. Is that Barry Manilow? She sings, she writes, she performs, she plays. Great guitar. Taylor can do ballads that could be considered pop or rock, then switch back to country. True. When I turned 20, I was working like 4 jobs. I just made the serious decision to never be a dental assistant. That's what Stevie says. She's hysterical. Yeah. Taylor is writing for the universal woman and for the man who wants to know her. She's got a way with words. Stevie was such a good songwriter. The female rock and roll country pop songwriter is back, and her name is Taylor Swift. And it's women like her who are going to save the music business. A study in 2016 and 2017 studied why elephants raid crops, not to eat, but to feast on bananas and papaya. They studied their shit, and they found that they had a parasitic infection, and 16% were more likely to eat the banana stems, and 25% nibbled on the papaya plants. So it was for gut bacteria. How smart. Elephants, we need to study them. They should be off limits for poaching, killing. They don't get cancer. It's very rare in elephants. They have to do further studies to prove it was medicinal in nature. That was published in Ecological Solutions and Evidence in October, the African forest elephant. But yeah, more studies need to be done. All right, you guys. I made it through. I know I sound like death, and I feel a little bit better than I sound, but okay, I'm going to have fun watching these games. I don't know what I'm going to do when it's over. I'm going to have to go shopping. All right, love you. See you next week.